I failed my Canadian driving knowledge test the first time and it was so embarrassing. But the second time around, I passed without any issues. In this video, I'm going to be sharing what I did wrong, how I prepared differently, and what you can do so you can pass at your very first try. Let's get into the video. Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. My name is Chanel, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and let's be friends. On this channel, I share my experiences on how I got to Canada. I give newcomers tips, travel, food, and motherhood. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my experience with the Canadian driving knowledge tests. I'm going to be sharing exactly how I failed the first time, what I did differently to pass at my second try. So stick with me and let's get right into the video. When I first came to Canada, I thought I was ready to take my Canadian driving knowledge tests, but I was wrong. I failed and it cost me time, money, and confidence. But here's the thing, the failure taught me exactly how to pass, and today I'm going to be giving you the tips I wish I had before my first try so you can pass at your very first try. I took my test in Alberta and the test is called the Class 7 test here. So even if you've been driving in your country and then you move to Canada, you still have to take the knowledge-based test before your road tests. Yeah. So I know that there are some exceptions. I'm not sure of the exact countries, but when you go through the manual, you go to the website, they'll tell you the countries that are exempted from this. So do well to check if your country is among those countries. Well, my country was not among, so I had to take the tests. Okay, so let me give you guys a little background here. When I was in Nigeria, in Lagos, I was driving, I love driving, driving my car, cruising around. And then I came to Canada and I told my husband, I want to start driving again, and then he told me, oh yeah, you need to take the test and don't rush it, study very well. The test is not that easy. But I was like, what are you talking about? I'm a pro. Like, I drive so well I drive so well in Lagos. I'm like a pro driver, Lagos drivers, if you've heard about Lagos drivers, so I always, I was just saying things like that. And I was like, you should study. I was like, don't worry, I got this. I've passed it before in Lagos. I can do it again here in Canada, And I went to write it. And guess what? I failed. Like, when I got there, I was shaking. Let me just tell you guys the truth. Because when I started seeing the questions, I was like, what? How am I supposed to answer this? It's the regular questions, I think, but it's just the way they coined it, the way they put it, it was just different. I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to answer this? And then before you know it, I failed and I picked up my things and I went back home. The way it is, once you fail 6, the system just shuts down and tells you like, you need to try again. And then they won't let you take the exam immediately. You can come the next day or you can come maybe the next week. You can come another time basically to take the exam, to take the test. I don't know why I keep calling it the exam. You take to take the test again. So I just carried my things, left, and told my boss, I said, oh, so how did it go? I'm like, please, the embarrassment there, it was just too much. But I had to, brace up and say, I'm going to write this and I'm going to pass it. So this is exactly what I did. Okay, let me just give you guys a brief on how the exam is. There's actually 30 questions and you have to pass 25 to be able to, be confirmed that you've passed. If you fail 6, once you just fail 6, it goes off, like I said earlier. So you need to be able to cross that 25 in fact, when you pass it, it just writes congratulations. And also you have to pay to write it. It's not a free exam. You need to, when you get there, you pay. I think I paid about $17 to write the exam, and then when you finish writing the exam and you pass, you will still pay again. They will collect your driver's license from your other country. They will collect it and then you'll pay again, and 2 weeks later they will send you your driver's license. So that's how it's done here. And they'll first of all give you a Class 7 driver's license, in which later on when you write the road, when you do the road test, not right, later on when you do the road test, you'll be given a Class 5 driver's license. So all those driver's license, they just mean different things. The class 7, you can't drive without anybody in the car with you, but once you've done your road test, then you can now start driving, and it does its own rules, but yeah, you can start driving without issues. Okay, so first of all, let me talk about what I did wrong. What I did wrong, first of all, was just to read. I just went through the manual, because there is a manual in which you use to practice. So I just went through the manual. It was on my phone. I just went through it. I just checked the signs. I was doing it like a refresher course. I just read the signs and said, oh yeah, this sign, oh yeah, this is what this sign means, oh this is what this one means, oh okay, flipped through everything, and I said, oh yeah, I'm ready to go. And that wasn't good enough. So let me tell you guys exactly what I did that made me pass the second time around. The first thing I did was not to read. I didn't read it. I studied it. Yeah, there's a difference between reading and studying. I had to study this. So before I was just reading normally. This time around, I studied it like I was preparing for a serious exam, because that's what it is, a serious exam. I had to I read it like twice. Studied it over and over again, taking notes down, ensuring that I know what the particular sign means, knowing the beginning things. Okay, wait, they'll ask a question like, when you get into the car, what are the first things you will do? Those are things that we take for granted, but I was able to study it. So when the question came, it was very, very easy for me to do. So let me give you guys my 4 tips for you to pass on your first try. The first tip is for you to take it seriously. You have to take it seriously. It's not like the type in your country. Trust me, I'm sure it's not like the type in your country. In Canada here, they take these things very seriously. They take it as a very, very serious exam that you need to pass. Have that mindset. So when you have that mindset that this is a serious exam, then first of all, you've already conquered, one part of it. Then the next thing I would say is, do not cram. Do not cram. Don't try to just cram everything, because by the time you're sitting down there in front of the computer and you're answering the questions, everything is going to run away. Like everything is going to leave your head, like leave your brain, like this speed. So don't cram. Study to know it. Study to know it. Because some of those things that I studied, when I'm on the road, driving on the road, and I see those things, it makes me remember, oh, this is what this means. This is, I have like a real knowledge of what it is. It's not just that, oh, what is this sign? Any sign I see on the road, I know what it means because of how I studied. So try not to cram anything. My third tip is for you to study the whole manual. Don't just study the first parts or study the end parts or the middle parts. Don't just study only the signs, the road signs. No, study everything, because everything, trust me, the questions is going to come out from anywhere. It can come out from the beginning, the middle, the end. They will ask you questions that you'll be like, is this necessary? But it is necessary. So try your best to study the whole manual. Read it like you're preparing for a school exam. Yeah, if you have that mindset, it will help you a lot. And also try to get to the center on time, at least 15 minutes before the exam, so you can calm down. Try to calm down, prepare yourself, and watch out for trick questions, because the questions sometimes don't come out in a very straight way. No, it comes out in a very tricky way. So watch out for tricky questions. So to get the manual, just go online and type the name of your province, and then type driving test handbook. You'll see the handbook there, in which you can use to practice. Failing the first time was very, very frustrating, but it did me a lot of good in the end. Right now I know every sign on the road. Now I understand better how the Canadian driving system works. So it wasn't really a bad thing for me to fail the first time, but trust me, it was frustrating and it cost me an extra money. So I don't want you guys to face the same thing. That's why I'm doing this video for you guys. If you follow these steps, you will have a more better chance of passing, and you won't have to go through the stress, the mental stress and physical stress, because I have to study a lot, that I went through. So when you do, you just study once and you would pass. So I'll be taking my road test soon, and I'm going to let you guys know exactly how it went. Oh, this is a video of me when I finally passed my exam. Like, I was so happy. My husband, took a video of me because I already called him, yeah, I'd finished. And so it was ready, to take a video of me when I collected my, they'll give you like a sort of ID, a temporary ID when you pass. So this was me with my temporary ID. And this is a video of me about to get on the road. If this helped you, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, people, and share with a friend who might need this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Mwah. Thank you.